Hey guys, it's Maverick. This is week 2 on testosterone. I just got my second shot today. I once again couldn't do it myself, and my partner, Shannara, couldn't do it for me because she's scared of hurting me. So I ended up going back to the clinic where he stabbed me once and then didn't get the testosterone out all the way, or if any, and then stabbed me again. So that was fun, but I didn't feel it, so I think that's another step closer to me doing it myself, hopefully next week. Today, my focus is going to be on changes that I've noticed. They're very little. It's only my second week, so I'm not expecting a whole lot. Some of the changes are my leg hair is growing in, which it doesn't ever do, especially on my calves. It's very itchy, a lot thicker than the normal, or actually maybe it's thinner and there's just more of it. I can't really tell. All I know is that it's super itchy. And then that's about it. Another thing, I guess, is my muscle in my arms. It just seems a little less petite and more like elongated, especially when I flex. But that just could be from my work, which is a lot of intense muscle movement and lifting. Also have a few breakouts, especially down here and a couple around my nose here. What I like to do to keep good care of my face is use this. It's a tool that you can get at Target or anywhere, and basically it just pulls out the black heads, and then you can use this side for the white heads, and that's kind of cool. After I do that, I normally wash my face with, what is it called again? Fresh Pharmacy from Lush. It has calamine lotion in it, so it dries up any of the unwanted oils that your skin may secrete. Speaking of oils, that's another thing. I am a lot more sweaty than usual. At work, I find myself like dripping sweat, but that just could be because I am drinking my body weight in water in ounces, I guess, a day, because I wanted to impress my doctor, because that's just me. Another thing I do is I use a mask. It's a clay mask, avocado, and oatmeal. It purges the pores. I find good luck in that, but I don't use it that often because if I do, it makes my face really dry. And then another good thing to use is either witch hazel or tea tree oil as a toner. They both also suck up unwanted oils and keep your face pretty soft and smooth. So I've been pretty much controlling that. It's not too obvious. Haven't seen any voice changes except the fact that I can reach lower notes more accurately when I'm singing. Other than that, I personally don't feel like my voice has changed yet at all. My voice just tends to crack here and there, but other than that, I don't really know quite yet. Hopefully gonna see some more noticeable changes soon. On another subject is, I guess, body care and stuff. I just wanted to point out a couple good products that I use from Lush because I support their company. They don't test on animals, and they're all natural ingredients. I like the Governor. It's a powder deodorant, and it smells kind of weird at first. You gotta get used to the smell. It smells like charcoal, but it's tea tree, I guess. It smells more masculine. And for cologne or perfume or whatever you want to call it, I use Dirty because it smells fucking delicious. Also from Lush, you can get this bottle and it lasts me a good almost 6 months for $20. You just do a couple squirts a day and it lingers for days unless you get like super nasty from working out or something. From here, I guess I'm going to cover a couple questions that I figured would be helpful for anybody in transitioning or anybody who's transitioning or friends and family members who are curious. Just going to talk to my partner about a couple things and see what her responses are, I guess. You know, it could be new for me to hear or new for everybody to hear, but I figured it's a good step. So, before you met me, what would you consider yourself, like, or sexual orientation wise?
I explained this earlier. I wouldn't say that I was a lesbian. I didn't identify as a lesbian. I always kind of identified as just queer. Pansexual is pretty much the closest one, although there's no sexual attraction there for guys. So I decided biromantic lesbian sounded pretty right to me. Yeah, I find guys attractive, and of course Mav is gonna be the only guy I'm gonna want to, not stay away from physically, so to put it in a delicate term.
So in other words, we're gonna have sex.
And it's, so the changes don't affect how I'm attracted to you, so, because it's you.
That's good to know.
Yeah.
I guess another question I have that I don't think I've asked you is, when I met you, I introduced myself as Maverick, but I never really came out as trans. Is it bothering you that I came out 3 years later in our relationship? Are you hurt by that at all, or is it okay?
It's completely okay. I mean, you opened up to me about not really knowing what your gender was at first, so it's not like you hid it from me completely. You didn't hide it at all. If anything, you explained that it stuck better than Caitlin, and how Caitlin just wasn't right, and it didn't fit who you are inside, and I completely understood that. I don't think that I don't find it wrong that you come out almost 3 years later, publicly at least, because the whole time you were basically out to me, so
Yeah.
it doesn't bother me that you waited, because I knew.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Also, another update, I called my dad the other day, which last week I was a little uncertain of if he was okay with everything. I called him at work, so it was a little different. He couldn't, get into detail about anything, but he got my letter, and what's taking so long is, I guess he's writing me a letter back, which I was not expecting. I was just expecting him to give me a call and be like, what the fuck you doing? Like, why? But apparently that's not how he is, and he still loves me. He still said he loved me, and he acted completely normal. He actually asked me about fruit trees in Oregon.
As normal as he is.
Yeah, as normal as a nerdy dad can be. So, we talked about the fruit trees here, because everything's blooming. The peaches, the pears, the plums. We have them literally all around our house, within walking distance, and we pick them almost on the daily, on the way to a park where we walk Dulce, who is currently sleeping, pathetically, on Nara's lap.
More comfortable.
I don't really have any more updates. If you see any noticeable updates that I can't really see, feel free to point them out. I definitely don't have any facial hair or, like I said, voice changes to my knowledge, at least noticeably.
Not yet.
But I'm working on it, and I'm gonna work on slowly coming out to my boss lady and boss man at my job, who I guess I already came out with, because he called me she, and I corrected him and was like, hey, I'm a dude, like, call me him or he, like, I don't want to identify as female. And he's like, I don't give a crap, you can be whatever you want to be, which kind of was stupid. Like, I hate when people are like that, like, but at the same time, it's cool that he didn't, like, say anything more stupid than what he already did, because he is kind of stupid and really unprofessional. So that's just him. So yeah, for those of you who don't know, I work at Bottle Drop, and I just started last week. It's a recycling company where we take basically beer cans, soda, or water, aluminum, plastic, glass, and we have conveyor belts in the back, which is where I work as a material handler. And basically, I pour bags of recycled goods that people have through our accounts into a giant machine that sorts all of the products out into their own conveyor belt. And they all go to an industrialized compactor of some sort, which either shatters the glass into a big bin or crushes the plastic into a big bin, and the aluminum, which compacts all the aluminum into those little square thingies that you see on trucks when they are shipping out elsewhere to be made into other goods. Cool fact is, I guess, that each worker at this Bottle Drop location, and specifically because it is the most busiest location, we account for 2% of the world's recycling, which is a big number for how big our world is, I guess. So it's kind of cool. It feels like I'm doing the better thing. I always wanted to help out the environment somehow, and I guess I'm doing that even though it kills my body almost on the daily, but hopefully it's paying off by giving me more muscle, because I'm lifting repeatedly, like...
I think it's definitely paid off.
Yeah, I think it's definitely paid off too.
Yeah.
I keep lifting a lot of shit and getting really fucking dirty, and it's disgusting. I come home smelling like stale beer and chew because people like to fucking spit their chew in places that they shouldn't spit it. Anyways, I deal with a lot of homeless people trying to get money, because that may be the only way that they can survive, and I deal with a lot of different cultures, Ukrainian, Romanian, Asian, I don't know, there's so many. Hispanic.
Literally anything you can think of.
Literally, Portland is a very diverse area, and especially up where I'm working, it's kind of...
Up where you're working, maybe.
It's
All
kind of...
Portland, not so
It's kind of very diverse, I guess. And it's really cool, because some of these people are super duper sweet, even if they have it really bad. And it's kind of cool to get to communicate with them and, work with them. The ones that I don't enjoy working with are, of course, the meth heads who try to cheat the system, because we do have rules per day and per amount, and they'll just try to, keep going to get money, which isn't cool because it's wasting our time and our energy and our money. So, I had to refuse service to a dude the other day because him and his girlfriend, who he called a tweaker because he didn't want to be affiliated with her, even though she pointed at him and said, "He's my partner." It's just a mess. So I had to have the security guard escort him out, and he was a really big dick about it. But, I guess there have been worse situations before I even got there. So I'm glad that so far the cops have not been called, and I have not been, hurt in any way, shape, or form. So, yeah, that pretty much sums up my video for today. It is actually the longest video I have ever made, coming in at 15 minutes almost. So, thank you for watching, and I will probably make a video next week, or the week after, but probably next week.
Also, there's going to be links to the Lush products.
Oh, yeah. I will attach those, and you'll find them in the description down here. Have a good day.